Follow your dreams and not your distraction. Know who you are and do not let anyone, especially a boy, knock you off. Shade woke up with a start, her duvet tumbling to the floor. She sat on the edge of her bed, the words from her recurring dream still echoing in her mind. This dream again, she muttered softly.
Ladies, tonight is the night. Shola is finally coming to meet you all. About time, Titi said, sprawled on the bed with a novel. You've been talking about this guy for a month. He better not be a ghost boyfriend. Ghost is as real as they come. He's tall, dark, and handsome. Yeah, we know, Debby interrupted, rolling her eyes as she folded her laundry on the floor. Shade ignored her. You will see when he gets here. And when you do, I don't want to hear a word of jealousy from anyone. Relaxed, Amaka said, sipping a cup of tea. We will be polite unless it's boring. He is not, Shade said confidently. You will love him. As Shade turned back to the mirror, Debby shook her head and gathered a basket of clothes. I'll be outside. Let me spread this before the rain starts. Outside, Debby hummed to herself as she pecked a shirt on the line. She was about to hang another item when she heard the sound of a car pulling into the compound. Her heart skipped a beat. She knew that car. It belonged to her boyfriend, Ade. Why is he here? She muttered, dropping the clothes in her hand. The driver's door opened and Ade stepped out, looking as polished and charming as ever. Ade, she called out, smiling as she walked towards him. You didn't tell me you were coming. He froze in his track. Debby, he said, his voice filled with panic. Debby frowned. Yes, it's me. Who else? Before he could respond, the front door of the apartment opened and Shade came pounding out, screaming from ear to ear. Shola, she exclaimed, running towards him. Debby stopped in her track. What did you just call him? Shade threw her arms around Ade. Ade, or rather Adeshola, looked like he wanted the ground to swallow him whole. Debby's voice shook as she spoke. Shade, you know him? Shade turned, confused. Of course I do. He's my boyfriend. Why? Debby's eyes widened in shock. Your what? This is my boyfriend. Shade laughed nervously. You must be joking. This is Shola, my boyfriend. Debby's hand trembled. No, this is Ade, my boyfriend of 6 months. Shade's smile faltered. She looked at Shola. What is she talking about? It's not what it looks like. He stammered. Shade turned back to Debby. You are lying. Debby stepped closer, her voice rising. Lying. I've been dating him for 6 months. Shade, he even bought me this necklace. She pulled out a silver pendant from under her shirt. Shade gasped. He bought me a necklace too. Before either of them could say another word, Amaka and Titi appeared at the doorway, drawn by the commotion. What is going on here? Titi asked. This two-timing cheat has been dating both of us. Wait. What? Amaka said, looking from Shade to Debby. Shade folded her arms. He loves me, not her. Debby laughed bitterly. You are delusional. Enough, Shola shouted, raising his hands. Look, I can explain. No need to explain, Titi said, smirking. You are busted. The apartment was tense for days after the revelation. Shade and Debby stopped talking to each other, turning the once lively home into a battlefield. Shade enlisted Titi as her ally, while Debby pulled Amaka to her side. They split the kitchen shelves, labeled their food container, and even avoided sitting on the same couch. Shade sat with Titi in their room one afternoon, scrolling through her messages with Shola. Look at this, Shade said, shoving her phone in Titi's face. Called me my queen just last week. Does that sound like someone who loves Debby? Titi shrugged. Maybe he's just good at lying. Meanwhile, in the living room, Debby and Amaka were hatching their own plan. I can't believe I trusted him, Debby said, her voice thick with anger. Men like that never change. Amaka said, you need to expose him. Debby's eyes lit up. Expose him? How? We will catch him in an act, Amaka suggested. The rivalry took a darker turn. Sade accidentally poured salt in Debby's stew one evening, forcing her to throw the entire pot away. Debby retaliated by locking Sade's bedroom door from the inside room, leaving her to beg the landlord for the spare key. One night, Sade and Titi slipped fake love letters into Debby's notebook, hoping to make her look desperate. Amaka found the note and laughed. Is this the best you can do? She said, waving the paper in Sade's face. Sade glared at her. You are pathetic. Not as pathetic as you are, Debby shot back. Amaka and Titi were equally involved in the drama. After a week of chaos, Titi grew tired of the constant fighting. This is getting ridiculous, she told Sade. Said that to Debby. Sade replied, crossing her arms. Titi sighed. I think we need a different approach. She called a secret meeting with Amaka and together they devised a plan to expose Shola for the player he truly was. Using a mutual friend named Rachel, they lured Shola to a popular restaurant under the guise of a business meeting. Sade and Debby were told to meet there as well, believing they were going to confront Shola alone. Rachel adjusted her scarf and glanced at her phone one last time. Titi and Amaka had given her detailed instruction and she was determined to see the plan through. She sat at the restaurant table, sipping a glass of water when Shola walked in. He spotted her immediately and flashed his trademark smile. Rachel, you are even prettier in person. Rachel smiled. Thanks, Shola. Glad you could make it. As Shola sat down, Rachel leaned in and began asking him questions about his business ventures. Meanwhile, Titi and Amaka had hidden Sade and Debby at a nearby table, separated by a divider. They watched through a small gap as Shola leaned closer to Rachel, his voice deepening with charm. You know, Shola said, lowering his tone, it's rare to meet someone as smart and beautiful as you are. You are exactly my type. Sade's hand clenched into a fist. That snake, she eased, trying to leap out of her seat, but Titi held her back. Wait, Titi whispered, let him dig his own grave. Debby's face turned red, her eyes narrowing as Shola reached across the table to brush Rachel's hand. So, how about we discuss this over dinner, somewhere more quiet? Shola suggested, his voice smooth. I don't know, Shola. You are sure other girlfriends won't mind? Shola blinked, his charm faltering for the first time. What do you mean? Rachel leaned back, her smile cold. Oh, I think you know exactly what I mean. At that moment, Sade and Debby stepped out from behind the divider, their faces a mix of rage and victory. Surprise, Sade said, her voice dripping with sarcasm. Shola's jaw dropped as he looked between the three women. Wait, I can explain. Oh, I'm sure you can, Debby cut in, her voice sharp. But we are not interested in your lies anymore. Amaka and Titi appeared next, their phones recording every second of Shola's humiliation. As Shola stood in the middle of the restaurant, humiliated and scrambling for excuse, Rachel suddenly spoke up. Since we are airing everything out, she said, her tone razor sharp. You should know this isn't the first time Shola pulled these stunts. He's been juggling at least 3 other women. The women went silent. Sade and Debby stared at Rachel, their anger now mixed with disbelief. What? Sade whispered, her voice trembling. Rachel pulled out her phone and showed them a screenshot of Shola flirting with other women on social media. These are just the ones I know about. He's got a type and clearly you are both his favorites for now. Debby's hands shook as she scrolled through the message. messages. He told me I was the only one, she said, her voice breaking. And he told me he was serious about us, Shade added, tears welling up in her eyes. Shola attempted to grab the phone from Rachel, but she yanked it back. You don't get to silence me, she said firmly. You are all blowing this out of proportion, Shola muttered, his confidence slipping further. Unable to handle the mounting pressure, Shola snapped, fine, yes, I was seeing other people, but you all acted like I was your property. Newsflash, I didn't promise any of you anything. Shade's jaw dropped. Are you serious? Trying to make this our fault? Debby shook her head, her voice steady despite the tears in her eyes. You are a coward, Shola. You lied because you wanted the benefits of a relationship without the commitment. That's not on us. The restaurant patrons began clapping, some shouting words of encouragement to the women. Go girl, one person called out. You deserve better, another said. Shola, overwhelmed by the public shame, stormed out of the restaurant, leaving behind a trail of whispers and stares. The walk home was tense despite their united front at Shola. Over the next few days, strange things began happening. Shade's social media account was hacked with embarrassing photos and a fake message posted. Debby started receiving anonymous threatening texts. It has to be Shola, Amaka said during a late night meeting in their living room. Titi nodded. He is too much of a coward to face us directly, so he is resorting to this. What do we do? Shade asked, her voice shaky. We fight back, Debby said firmly. The girls decided to document everything, the text, the social media hack, and even the lingering look from Shola when they saw him on campus. With enough evidence, they could take legal actions if necessary. A week later, the girl received a tip from Rachel. Shola was planning to confront them at a campus event. Determined not to let him control the narrative, they arrived prepared. When Shola approached them in front of the crowd, his voice was full of fake bravado. You've been spreading lies about me, he accused. Shade stepped forward, her voice steady. We don't need to lie, Shola. Your actions speak for themselves. Debby joined her, and we've got the proof to back it up. Titi held up her phone, displaying screenshots and videos of Shola's behavior, and Shola's confidence battered. You are just trying to ruin me, he said weakly. No, Shola, Amaka said, you ruined yourself. The crowd erupted in applause as Shola walked away defeated. Back at the apartment, the girls celebrated their victory with a quiet dinner. I never thought we'd get through this, Shade said. Debby smiled, but we did together. Titi raised her glass to friendship stronger than any man's lies. Amaka grinned, and to never letting anyone divide us again. As they clicked glasses, the tension that had once filled their apartment was replaced with warmth and laughter. The experience had tested their bond, but in the end, it had only made them stronger. And as for Shola, it became nothing more than cautionary tale, whispers about in the halls but never missed.